Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Dense Pixels Podcast. I'm your host, Brad, joined by my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
Terrence will join us shortly once he gets set up and ready to rock and roll. We are back this week. It is a short docket. We asked you guys about your Wrestlemania predictions, which we'll get to in Question of the Week later on. We played nothing new. I have lost interest in Far Cry. Mike, I assume you're still playing Far Cry here and there.
I'm still playing Far Cry. I defeated John, and now I'm going to Jacob, and eventually I will get to the sister Jingleheimer Schmidt. No, I'm about to face off against Jacob, who is the army dude, and then I'll go after the sister because save the best for last, and I'm playing just enough to get through it, just so I can say I finished it, because God of War comes out in
less than
2 weeks. Yeah, less than 3 weeks.
They that family gives off a like a great value Metal Gear Solid 3 villain vibe.
Damn, great value Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't know. Maybe. I didn't like the Metal Gear 3 villains except for the boss. The boss I loved. Really? But the rest of them, I didn't really care. I didn't really care about
your assessment of the Metal Gear Solid 3.
I'm not saying they're the worst. Two's villains are the worst.
Yes, that is absolutely.
I mean,
nothing's gonna beat 1.
Right.
And they were also 3s were better than 4s too. I'm sorry, I did not care for the faceless. Yeah, the faceless retreads, as we'll call them.
Yeah, they were really fair. I totally forgot about 4. Yeah, I guess
because what would you remember about them? So
I forgot a lot about that game. I remember the microwave crawl and the old man slap boxing.
Old man slap boxing. and the retro level.
Oh yeah.
We're deviating very quickly here. Make sure that you go to youtube.com/densepixels. If you've not subscribed to the show or subscribed to the YouTube channel, do that while you're there. We put out this podcast in video form every week, along with a few other things. Most importantly, though, we take 2 clips from every show and upload them on Mondays. And they're for you to share out, to tell your friends about the podcast, and to bring in some more listeners for us. So please share those clips out on social media. Tell your friends why we're awesome and get them to listen to the best video game podcast in the world. Make sure you also sign up for premium content if you've not done so yet. That is at densepixels.com/premium. It gets you monthly access to all of our premium shows. That's weekly episodes I guess we're bi-weekly on that, of the Area of Grievances at this point. Weekly episodes of the Look Forward Political Podcast, and monthly episodes of No Time to Bleed, our action movie podcast, and The Men with the Golden Tongues, Micah and Mai's James Bond podcast, which is venturing off into bold new directions now that we are through the James Bond film franchise for now. And finally, you can check this show out on Apple Podcasts, on Google Play Music, on any podcatcher that you choose. But we and the rest of the TNP Studios network are also on Spotify, so that if you use Spotify for your music, you can use it for your podcast now as well. Search for Dense Pixels. You can find us there, and feel free to subscribe there. Also, new releases this week. It is a barren new release week, we will say. The only retail release coming out is a game called Penny Punching Princess, which is a brawler with a punching princess, as the name would indicate.
Okay.
So
that is something.
It is certainly something. On the digital front, it is a new month for both PlayStation and Xbox, so we have new free games that you can download on your system. It's actually a fairly decent month on both consoles. So on Xbox, we'll start with them. The entire month of April, you can download for free the puzzle game The Witness from Jonathan Blow. Highly regarded, very difficult. That's available for free on Xbox the entire month. From the back half of April on through the first half of May, you can download Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the England Assassin's Creed that came out before Origins. On Xbox 360, the first half of April, you can download Cars 2 for free. And the second half of the month, you can download Dead Space 2 for free. So fairly solid month all the way around on Xbox. PlayStation, if I recall correctly, also with a fairly solid month. You all for the entire month of April, you can download Mad Max, an underrated open world game.
I think Terrence played it. He said he really liked it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. So if you miss Mad Max, no excuse to check that out. Think like it plays like Batman slash like Shadow Mordor, that style of combat and open world. And then also for free is Trackmania Turbo, which is a arcade racing game where you want to achieve the best time. You can also make your own tracks as well. I've actually always been curious about this game, so I'm actually excited to check this out. Also available on PlayStation 4 are some of the older games that are available on the other PlayStation platforms. There's a game called In Space We Brawl that you can cross by on PS4. There's a Vita game called 99 Vidas that you can cross by, and Qbert Rebooted, which is a Vita game that you can also cross by. And I will check that out because I was a huge Qbert fan back in my youth. I used to love at summer camp. They actually had a they had an arcade where all the machines were free play, and I used to play Qbert incessantly. So when I was
Qbert,
I loved Qbert. Did you not like Qbert?
I didn't really play a lot of Qbert.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't really get into it. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't like the look of Qbert.
Listen, I love Qbert, and I'm curious to see what Qbert Reloaded or Remastered, whatever the fuck that one's called, is. There's a couple other digital games of note. A game called Minute, which is a micro game adventure. Apparently, each of the levels lasts shorter than 60 seconds. So I guess think a step above like WarioWare. That's coming out on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. There's a PlayStation 4 game. Actually, I think it's on Xbox as well. Called Dangun Feveron, which is a vertical shooter. And then Dying Light added a new mode called Prison Heist, which is available for free for all players of Dying Light. So they just keep putting out content for that game. They also did like a kind of back-ass battle royale as well. And then new release announcements. Dragon Quest XI is coming to the PlayStation 4 and Steam in North America and Europe on the 4th of September this year. The 3DS version not coming over to English-speaking shores. And then No Man's Sky. Funny that we talked about that last week. No Man's Sky teased an update that is called the Next Update. And they're saying it is going to be the biggest update yet for No Man's Sky. Mm-hmm. And to celebrate this, the game is also releasing on Xbox One in August when the next update releases as well. I'm very curious to see what this is going to include.
When was the last time you played No Man's Sky?
When the last update came out. In my defense, just a couple of weeks after the big update came out last summer for No Man's Sky, Destiny 2 released.
Ah, okay.
But
it's real easy to have a big update when you don't really have anything going on to begin with.
Can I also say, again, I commend them for continuing to develop on this game. That a lesser studio would have left in the lurch long time ago after that initial launch.
Is that kudos now? I mean, are you going to give praise to the folks who developed Dying Light?
Sure. For continuing to support their community? Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't hear it.
I commend Dying Light for what fucking studio that makes Dying Light. I can't remember off the top of my head, but a kudos to you for continuing to support your 3-year-old game with free content for your fans.
Look, it's kind of cliche now to just keep harping on No Man's Sky, so good for them. I wish no ill will on them. I don't wish goodwill, but I don't wish ill will.
You're giving them the Mo Sislak.
Yeah.
You say you're my friend? No, I'm more of a well-wisher, and that I wish you no specific harm. A ringing endorsement from Micah. Micah, what we keep asking this every time, and I'm going to continue asking. What is it going to take for you to check out No Man's Sky?
A price tag of $3.99.
Fair enough. I mean, you might get that in a matter of months through PlayStation Plus. Just saying.
And something to do. Like I don't want to harvest space crops or whatever.
There's a storyline. There's a quest line through the game even now already.
Is it?
There is.
What is the quest line?
They send you off to do things, and you unravel a story. I was thinking of an adjective to describe the story, but I couldn't. It's a story.
I'm not even saying I need something, some super engaging story. I just need like some overarching thing. You think Far Cry has an engaging story? It doesn't. It has a loose set of ideals so that you can do the same thing over and over again, so that you can knock 4 dominoes down. But it's got something. Whereas No Man's Sky is just like, I don't know. It would have to be free. And then I would have to have space on my hard drive. I'm not deleting anything off of my already pretty packed hard drive for this. And I mean, I got a ton of games that I just haven't played because of PlayStation Plus.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the next update brings. So
if the next update brings a game, then I'll play it. Such a shame. They would have to do something with the art style. I am not a fan of that art style. I'm not a fan of all those colors. It looks like somebody ate a bunch of Easter peeps and just threw up on the world. Like everything is neon magenta and turquoise, and just I don't like the look of the game.
You're not a peeps eater, are you? I hate peeps.
No, God, no. No, I hate peeps. Peeps are I don't even know what peeps are. I just know that they squish. Like it looks like it's marshmallow with a bunch of sugar on it. And that does not sound appealing to me at all.
As well it shouldn't, because they're disgusting. If you had peeps for Easter, I feel terrible for you. Awful. So let us move on from there. Lindsay Lohan continues to to beat a dead horse, apparently. Her lawsuit, she keeps appealing it, apparently, up the courthouse ladder in the New York court system. On May 29th, the New York Court of Appeals, the highest court in New York State, rejected her civil claim against Take-Two Games and Grand Theft Auto 5, saying that the character Lacey Jonas somehow violated her likeness, and it's parody. It's parody, Lindsay Lohan.
I like how her likeness is a white woman.
Well,
like, that's it.
Also true. No, but again, as we've talked about with this story in the past, like, yes, obviously they're parodying her, but that is legal.
Right.
It's legal to parody somebody. This is established law. So apparently, it survived the motion for dismissal back in 2016, but a New York Supreme Court judge ruled against her, and that was affirmed by the Appellate Division Court in New York State, and then now by the Court of Appeals. So she's it's dead in the water. She can still appeal it to the United States Supreme Court from here, but she would have to show how the ruling and the states and New York State's privacy laws violate the U.S. Constitution, which I don't think that's going to happen. Lindsay Lohan, let it go.
Could you imagine?
Be happy for the publicity. By the way, haven't heard much from your career. Just saying.
Like, what if she was able to get it to the Supreme Court?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine what that would look like?
Like, this would be case study from then on, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
Like federal case study of of one insecure has been actress's pursuit for justice.
It's not even justice because it's a civil suit. It's not like it's ridiculous.
Oh man.
I told you one of probably the characteristic in people that I look for the most to decide if someone is a decent person or not is the ability to laugh at oneself.
Yeah.
And people that take themselves too seriously are not usually my favorite people. And it makes me distrust them, actually. It makes me, I distrust people who take themselves way too seriously that they can't take a step back and laugh at themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. And Lord knows that's all we do over here is just laugh at ourselves. And if we don't laugh at ourselves, people like Terrence will come in and laugh at us.
What's up? I don't know what you're laughing at, but I'm here.
We're laughing at the fact that Lindsay Lohan cannot let this Grand Theft Auto nonsense go.
I'm sorry, what?
The New York Court of Appeals struck down her continuing claim that Take-Two somehow violated her by making
that was like 6 years ago.
I know. What? We were discussing what would happen if Lindsay Lohan was able to get this case to the United States Supreme Court, and how ridiculous that would be.
That happened about when did that game come
out? 13, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Okay. And she hasn't got anywhere since, right?
No, because she keeps appealing, and they're like, no, the ruling was legit. Move on, Miss Lohan.
Why don't you go make some more movies?
Or don't.
No one cares. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Like just ride off into the sunset
on a deck. That's what she's mad at, right? Wasn't that the mission? You were the paparazzi. You had to catch her fucking in the limo. That was it, right?
That was it.
Okay. Oh, this next story is gross.
I'll be happy to read it because I know you probably don't want to.
I don't want to. Yeah, you go ahead.
That's fine. So apparently, guys, Sea of Thieves, the racist sailboat simulator that we discussed last week, is the fastest, not only Microsoft's fastest selling new IP of the Xbox One console generation, but the fastest selling new IP period of this console generation.
For Xbox?
No, in general, apparently, because apparently it outsold, according to, well, it's so the discrepancy here is the wording, right? So according to the Xbox Newswire, they called it, quote, the fastest selling first party new IP of this generation, which suggests that it beats other Sony games like Horizon Zero Dawn, for example, in fastest selling out of the gate.
First party though is Horizon Zero Dawn. Guerrilla Games is not first party. Do they consider that?
No, they are first party because Sony owns that studio, and it's only
Sea of Thieves. This year we're talking about.
No. We're talking about this generation, this console generation.
Sea of Thieves. I don't.
Well, but hang on, Terrence. Hang on. I think
Sea of Thieves beat Horizon. I don't fucking believe that.
Well, but here's the thing. I think
the game is free almost, right?
You can only make that claim if you count the people that are playing it through Xbox Game Pass who did not actually purchase the game.
Yeah, that shit don't fucking count.
I agree with you.
So take all the people that bought that shit for $60. 10,000 people.
Guys,
how many people bought that game? Like legitimately paid $60 fucking dollars.
Microsoft doesn't release sale figures for anything.
Microsoft, fuck you. Like seriously, I this is egregious to me.
You know what that means, right? Like that means that if you go by their sales figures, then Terrence helped contribute to the fastest selling new IP of this console generation.
It's yo, they are some spinning motherfuckers, yo. Because there's no fucking way. Like if people had to pay $60 outright, everybody had to pay that much money. They would be singing a different tune. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like you cannot come to me and tell me that this game is worth $60. You can't do it. You're a goddamn lie. If you say, "Hey, I paid $60 and I'm enjoying," I like the fact that I paid $60 for this game. You're a goddamn liar, or you like trash. It's one or the other. All right, that game is not good. Like I've seen people say, "Oh, the game is great." No, it isn't. You know, put another 2 hours into that shit, and you've done all that you are going to do for the next 60 fucking hours until they put more content into it. The game is fucking boring. You know? It is. I don't give a fuck how many friends you're playing it with. You're playing accordion. You sail. You got I need you to play that game, Micah.
Nah, yo, nah.
Play it just to really understand how fucking terrible that game really is. Like it's not fun, yo. They're fooling themselves into thinking that game is fun. Like, you're gonna play it for another week, like, yo, I've done everything there to do. Because there's no reward. There is no reward. There's no reward for playing that fucking game. You sail.
Pirate booty. Right?
Yeah. Fine. Whatever. Just to give yourself a peg leg and an eye patch. All right. Fine.
Congratulations. You are now deformed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't play this one because if you play this, you're a racist, and I wouldn't play it, and I am a racist. That's how bad this game is. That's how bad it looks. Plus, it's a pirate game. Like I've never been. Remember back in the day, it was always pirates versus ninjas. Like I was always a ninja guy.
I want to be a pirate.
Yeah, well, yeah.
White people want to be pirates.
Ninjas are sleek and precise, and pirates are they're surly and dirty, and they're on a boat, yo. Like my ancestors will not allow me to find enjoyment in a game where you have to travel across the Atlantic in a boat under the deck. I just can't do it.
I don't know how fucking much this game realizes that I don't like it, because I can't even read the article because a giant PAX thing is covering the goddamn artitrial and I can't get rid of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and close this out because I can't read it. I don't even know what the fuck it says. Like I tried to find the X and it couldn't find it. They were like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. We know you don't like that shit."
So it speaks pretty poorly of Microsoft that this is the most successful game they've launched.
Because this game is fucking garbage.
Well, and when you don't have any new IP, let's compare it against.
You do. Hang on, Mike. You're being totally unfair here. There's lots of new IP that Microsoft's released this console generation. Are we forgetting Remedy's Quantum Break?
Oh, I bought that game, man.
You did, and you played it too.
And I played it, and I did not finish it.
That is a shame.
No,
and then you have Quantum Break. Now I'm at a loss. I can't think of any other original IP that Microsoft has released this console generation.
Oh man,
they haven't released them. I don't think they have any aside from Quantum Break.
That can't.
And they have. Well, actually,
oh wait, no,
K2 is not a new IP.
We are forgetting another.
Oh, like what's that game with the raccoon or the fox?
Oh, Super Lucky's Tale. That's not even what I was thinking about. But yes, you're right. Super Lucky's Tale, an original IP that Microsoft has launched.
I think you can get that on the Game Pass now.
Probably true. We are all forgetting the launch title extraordinaire, Rise, Son of Rome.
Yo, I mean, like, that's just fucked up. That's just fucked up. That's just the meanest shit you could possibly say.
Oh,
I didn't put out the game,
Lord
Mike.
have mercy.
I mean, you could have said Recore. I thought you were going to say Recore.
Oh, there is
No,
Recore too.
you said Rise, son of yo. What the?
Yeah, I mean, he's not lying. No, what the fuck? What company came out with that game? What studio was that?
Crytek developed it
All right.
back before they, it's what started the toilet swirl for Crytek is they swirled towards the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah, there really isn't anything. There really isn't.
So I guess Sea of Thieves was going to win by default then.
Yeah, because again, State of Decay isn't a new IP that's coming out, and I'm sure that's going to be the fastest selling Xbox One game ever.
You think so?
Because they're just throwing fucking numbers out there at this point.
Well, that's true. Yeah, they're making up numbers at this point. Like, oh, Game Pass sales.
That's not.
They counted every single person's Game Pass subscription.
They're like, oh, there's 2 million concurrent people playing a free fucking game because they're paying $10 a month. Shut up. Shut up, Microsoft.
Then they're going to pull like a U2 and they're just going to sneak that shit on people's hard drives without them telling.
It's just going to be downloaded. Like, wait a minute, I didn't download this shit. Fuck is this? And then Crackdown 3 is coming out soon. Okay.
Fucking Trojan.
Those are the big 3.
Maybe.
Those are the big 3 for Microsoft. I'm so disappointed. I'm so fucking disappointed.
Yo, this is how bad it is, right? Demetrius bought a PS4. Demetrius bought a PS4. What the fuck is going on, Microsoft, when you're number one champion? Your number one champion bought a PS4 with Battlefront.
Wait, he bought. Oh, right, he bought the Battlefront one, the PS4 Pro.
Yo,
right.
Man,
he could have got it for God of War
in like 3 weeks.
Huh?
Yeah, he could have bought the God of War bundle.
Well, he got it for like 5% off at a fucking Toys R Us or some shit like that.
Oh, that's how he got. Okay,
5%. Fuck. He still bought it.
Man, how is and again, this is completely anecdotal because we're talking about people that we know, not the public at large. But how weird is it that they've actually gotten worse since Phil Spencer taken over? Like that was the whole reason that he grabbed the reins, was to write
the game guy, right? He was supposed to focus more on games. He focused on Sea of Thieves.
Well, they also had
Crackdown 3.
Scalebound got canceled. That was another.
Yeah, that was great. That was a good move. That was awesome. And then you were supposed to be remaking Phantom Dust, and then you just gave everybody the old game for free. What the fuck are you like? I literally have not played my Xbox 360. I mean my Xbox One. Well, no, I played Sea of Thieves, and then I turned on Netflix. But I've literally been playing fucking Monster Hunter and DBZ on my PlayStation 4 for like the last 2 months.
Both of those games available on
Xbox One. You're right. You're absolutely correct. But I'm so fucking disgusted with them right now. That's just disgusting, yeah. Like it really is that their tentpole games are going to be completely free if you pay a $9. So basically, is that what they're doing at this point? Are they going to? Hey, okay, at this point we're just gonna be Steam. Fuck it. And Steam, you still got to pay for the games individually, but like if you pay this monthly pass, you get free shit because they don't have any they don't have any single IP. They don't have any new IPs coming out for them. There are no in-house games.
I think the true
and the ones that do come out are garbage.
I think the true test of this Game Pass strategy is going to be when like Halo 6 comes out. Like if Halo 6 is fucking free, if you subscribe to the Game Pass, I don't know what the fuck to think about Microsoft.
Halo 5 was one of the first games to be put on the Game Pass.
But it had been out for a year and a half, right?
It was out, but at the same, yeah, it was, but still, like that was like the flagship. Like, hey, you can play Halo 5 for free if you get the Game Pass for $10 a month.
Does that mean like Forza Horizon 4? is going to be like available on Game Pass on day one. Really? Like, is that what you're going to do?
Look, man, I don't know what their end game is for this thing.
And
I just don't get it.
I feel like they've, I don't want to say backed themselves into a corner, but they've kind of backed themselves into a corner with this. In a lot of
for
ways.
their first party shit, yeah, I would say so.
Very interesting. We'll have to
like. I know State of Decay was an arcade game. It was one of their Xbox Live arcade games that came out, so that makes sense. But this second one, like, it's supposed to be bigger, it's multiplayer and all that shit. I don't think it's gonna. I would hope it doesn't have like purchases in-game purchases, and think it probably does, but who knows?
Here's a weirdly speculative question, and it's a weird question because the Xbox One X just came out recently. But do you think that at E3 they're not going to show it off? But do you think that they might announce the fact that they're working on their next generation console being being as big a debacle as the Xbox One has been lately for them?
It would be very bad business to do that. I think it would be. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
It'd be terrible. That would be an awful idea.
Because the hardcores would eat it up, but then the casuals would be like,
"Do you think?
Why would I buy Crackdown 3? I could just wait for the next box to come out."
Do you think the hardcores would eat it up?
Yes, I think
really?
I think they would. Yeah,
a new console. They just released the Xbox One X in November.
I see people. Wow, was it November when they released
it? Was like either October or November. It was only been out for like 5 or 6 months.
Oh, damn.
There's no fucking way.
I apparently I live in an echo chamber. I don't think they will
possibly do that.
I don't think they will, but I don't know. There's something about fandom that is just, and I'm trust me, I'm hoping they don't, because I need these people to ride these consoles out, because I am getting older. And I can't just go around throwing $1,000 on 2 video game consoles, which is why I'm still playing these archaic ass 1080p regular Xbox Ones and PS4s. You think I don't want an Xbox One X and a PS4 Pro? Of course I do, but no, I can't. That's what happens when you're in a fucking relationship.
I mean, but Brad has a PS4 Pro.
I do.
Yeah, I would love to get a PS4 Pro the way Brad got a PS4 Pro.
What about that 4K TV?
I'm about to say I had to buy the 4K TV.
Yeah, he had to shell out for the TV for it to be worth a goddamn. But that's
mean, baby steps, man. I can convince to get a new TV.
Can you? Always still watching the 480.
Look, that ship has sailed. I am just resigned to the fact that half of the time that television is going to be in the brig of 480p.
Man, you cut that cable, get that streaming, and it's all HD.
Trust me, that's not gonna fly. As much as we've had these conversations of, well, we could save money doing this, and this. I say, all right, well, you like to watch this, that, and the other, and you're not gonna be able to watch that. She was like, oh.
What couldn't she watch if you cut cable and went to like PlayStation View?
Do they have well, how much is PlayStation View?
I have the second of 4 tiers, and I'm paying $45 a month.
$45. Do you get
how much black shit is on there?
Yeah,
that's a good question. So put on the channel listing of the
what channel does Greenleaf and
that's
Brown
own, right?
And do you get the Oprah Winfrey network?
Yeah. I'm gonna look. We're gonna look right now.
Yeah, I highly doubt that.
Has taken a hard turn. Let me tell you. It's what you expect from this podcast, listeners. Look, the like docket, we're padding it up. We're padding up right now. Give me a network, and I will tell you.
Own.
Yeah,
Oprah's network.
Oprah's network. Oh, I have access to own. Yes.
you have access to
Really?
own.
How
What
much
tier
more?
is
It's in my tier.
it's in
Oh,
your
you
tier?
have it?
Yes.
Okay. What else does she
About
watch?
BET. Does she watch BET?
BT.
Oh, of course she watches BET.
So sadly,
She's the B in BET. Of course she watches.
so I found one hole. Apparently they have no Viacom channels because Sony and Viacom are not on good terms.
Oh, well.
So that is BET, Comedy Central,
Nah.
MTV, VH1.
I
But
mean,
you
I
can
only
get that on
watch
other
the
streaming
VH1.
services. Like Sling has Viacom stuff.
All right, we might have to. I don't know. Maybe.
There's a way.
There is a way.
Life finds a way.
Yeah,
I've been
probably the
enjoying it.
same way that she's watching The Good Fight on CBS All Access. That's gonna be the way. That's gonna
Yeah.
be the way.
Yeah, I have CBS All Access.
She's watching those shows.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. Anyway, what the fuck was the story? I don't even remember.
Oh,
What
we
were
were
we talking
talking about Sea of Thieves. So somehow we
Oh,
got
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves
PlayStation
sucks.
damn view.
Fastest. Suck my fucking dick, Microsoft. Yo, that's offensive, yo. Fuck off. That shit makes me mad.
All you can say.
It really makes me mad. The fastest selling. I knew. Shut the fuck up. Really? Cool. Fine.
Finally, in headlines, the PlayStation VR got a $100 price drop last week.
What is it? 300 now?
So there's only bundles that are out there now. So there's try to remember this. There's a Doom bundle that it's like now it's down to 300, and then there's the Skyrim bundle, which don't buy that. That's 350 right now. I don't think they sell the headset by itself right this second at all.
I don't know if it's worth it.
I don't know if it is either. Do you want to borrow mine before you make any rash?
I would love to, actually.
Okay, and next time I see you, just remind me, and I will pack it up and bring it over because I'm not using it right now. So
And there is something about that just I just don't see myself using it. And,
yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means that it's not doing well, and so they're trying to get sales up, or if it's just, hey, we can afford to do it because it costs less to produce, or what. I don't know what that means for VR. We'll see. We'll see if this creates an uptick in the market.
Plus, I don't want to look like those people in that Ready Player One movie, just running around in their bathrobes while they pretend to be Halo Spartans. I don't know. I don't know about this.
Well,
Okay.
Micah can borrow my PlayStation VR, but none of you can listening. Sorry. My apologies. So if you want to get one, why not get it by going to densepixels.com/Amazon? Because you're going to pay the same low $100 off price that you would normally pay if you walked into a retail store, or if you even went to regular Amazon. But the benefit of using our link is that we get a small percentage of that sale, and we use that money to pay for hosting fees, to pay for equipment, other things we use to keep the show going. So again, densepixels.com/Amazon, not just when you're buying a PlayStation VR, when you're buying anything, any video game you want, any home things, you need a coffee grinder, densepixels.com/Amazon.
Need a French press
That's right.
because you're a fucking bougie whatever.
Oh, I'll have you know. I think I've out bougified Jay when it comes to coffee preparation.
Let me tell you something before you finish that story. You come for the king, you best not miss.
Micah, I will have you know that I'm now preparing my coffee using a stovetop espresso maker. Here's how it works. Yeah, 3 chambers, 2 cages, 3 chambers. Espresso maker. Bottom chamber, water. Middle chamber, it's like a little funnel. You put freshly ground coffee into the middle chamber. Top chamber, there's a stem that rises up from the middle, and you got an empty pot in the top. How does it work? Here's how it works. You put it all together. You put it on your stove, you turn on the heat, and you wait. And what happens is that the water starts to get heated up, and the steam pushes the water up through the coffee grounds that are in the middle, and then up into the top chamber where you have a highly concentrated, delicious batch of coffee that you made.
All right, I don't know much about coffee as I am still a novice, but that sounds overly complicated. So yes, I think you may have.
It is.
I think you
It
may
is.
have.
It required practice to get good at brewing it so that you don't burn the coffee.
Are you essentially your own barista?
Yes, that just happened.
Yo, if there's one thing I learned from my father, is when you're with a problem, you just throw money at it. Just take my $5 and make that shit for me. I ain't got time.
Like I said, I still don't even get what the fuck you just said, Brad.
Exactly.
Like, I don't.
But you know what?
That sounds like possibly the whitest thing you've ever said in your entire.
You know what's important though? Jay knows it. So Jay, sit there with your French press, with your half and half bullshit, and fucking think you're the king of Bougie Street. Get the fuck out of here. Step your coffee game up. Go to densepixels.com/. And
what the fuck?
Get on my level.
What's it called? What is the thing? What is it actually called? Because I need to look this shit up.
It is called the Bialetti Venus. Is the one that I bought.
I can't even spell that shit.
Bialetti. Venus.
I can't believe. Yeah, there it is. Bialetti. Let's Bialetti tonight. Well, while you look at that, I will move on. April is a double-edged sword for me. It is the birth month of my brother, Lord rest his soul. It's also the month where every amateur liar thinks that they're fucking hilarious. And just makes them and just goes on a lying spree, and then just says, "Oh, April Fool! Ha, ha, ha. Hey, I'm pregnant. April Fools." What? No, that's not an April Fool's joke. That's you lying.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, like, that's not a prank, yo. That's not a prank. Like, that's you just telling a bold-faced lie. And the gaming community is not to be undone. Here are a couple of the April Fool's lies that have been scouring the internet. Team Rocket apparently hacked the official Pokemon Twitter. That's so, so cute. Niantic, the makers of Pokemon Go, lied and said that they would have 8-bit sprites for their Pokemon Go. Oh, that's just ugly.
Yo, this is fucking corny.
Like,
what the fuck? What? Like, these ain't even funny. What?
Thanks to PUBG and Fortnite, the Battle Royale is the trendiest trend in video games, making it ripe for April's lies prankeries. Enlisted, coming soon, Gaijin Entertainment. First of all, Gaijin is a derogatory term for foreigner. So they're making fun of you if you believed it. They're essentially calling you fucking rapists and murderers. Is running something they call Cuisine Royale. It's
That's not funny.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm not even. No. I'm not gonna finish it. I hate April Fools, man. I hate it. It's so fucking dumb. Like if you like remember back in the day when EGM would have April Fool's jokes and pranks and stuff like that? Like
Mhm.
the Shenlong prank, infamous among gaming, right? That is an April Fool's prank, right? Because you get people, it's a bold-faced lie, but it's a lie in the long game, right? Like it's something that required you to use your video game skill to complete this impossible task, and then you found out that they were a bunch of fucking liars, right? But at least you knew at least you got some satisfaction in knowing that you can do some hardcore ass video game shit. And some people did it, and they were real mad. They were butt hurt, as they say on the radio over here, that that they didn't get to fight Shenlong. Look, man, I just hate it. I hate it. Think Geek's annual how bad do you want it product line. This, the deal with Think Geek since about 2010 or so, the novelty shop, since acquired by GameStop, puts out a bunch of parody product listings, and then if the reaction is the reaction to one is especially clamorous, they may make it.
I think that facehugger snorkel mask is probably happening, most likely.
Probably, I guess. Hey, it's a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's a fucking they're using you as a test audience for their possible future products.
They're focus testing.
You're a focus tester, man. You're a focus tester. Get out of here, man.
You don't want the Fortnite battle bus, the RC battle bus flying through the air?
Christ. I can't stand April Fools. And maybe it's just because I'm old, or maybe it's just because these aren't funny, but they're not. They just don't.
4D6 services that tell you your actual heritage. Well, 23andMe. I know what 23andMe is.
D&D.
Shut the click. No. Next story. No, these are stupid.
Semi-clever.
No, it's not.
A little bit.
No. These are all dumb. I don't like April Fools either. I don't like pranks. I never like pranks. I don't like fucking. No, it's not funny. You get punched in the face. You try to prank me.
Yeah, nah, man.
I don't like pranks.
Can't do it.
April Fools. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, we're old and black. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know what to tell you. This shit ain't funny to me.
My nose is bleeding. April Fools.
we actually at the network we actually have a good one that we're still not going to tell you about in case we actually do it one day. Remember we discussed?
Yeah, I remember.
A new podcast, Terrence, starring me, Jack, and Carrie, if you recall.
Oh, right.
We'll see. Guys, WrestleMania is this weekend.
I didn't even know.
I know. It's hard to believe. But I'm very excited because the card's shaping up nice, like we talked about last week. So we asked you guys, give us one prediction that you think we'll see this weekend on the grandest stage of them all. Jason starts us off. Hulk Hogan isn't a racist. Terry Bollea is a racist.
I like how it's spelled Terry Bollea.
Amir, not a wrestling fan, says, well, to be perfectly honest, in my humble opinion, of course, without offending anyone who thinks differently from my point of view, but also by looking in this matter in a different perspective and without condemning one's views and trying to make it objectified, and by considering each and everyone's valid opinion, I honestly believe that I completely forgot what I was going to say. Dwayne says that he thinks AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura will close WrestleMania and put on a 30-minute wrestling clinic.
I don't think they will close WrestleMania. I think it'll be Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
I think they would be wise to close the show with that match, though, with the AJ Styles.
Oh, I think they would, but
what if they close with Ronda Rousey?
No, God. I cannot imagine. but they will because they're dumb and they do stuff like that. Chris says that he thinks no champion will retain their title. Interesting. Leonardo says, I'm voting for the New Day and Snickers to be winners at the end of the match.
Snickers.
They're the sponsor.
Oh.
So New Day might be, instead of pancakes, Snickers out in the crowd. Eric says John Cena will face The Undertaker, but with a twist. The Undertaker will be in his American badass persona, but in a surprise sponsored move from Marvel, he will become Ghost Rider. Thus, this will bring the WWE into the MCU.
Do you imagine? You think Flemmy voiced Vince McMahon doesn't want a piece of that money?
He would probably want Disney to buy them just so that he could go focus on the X-Men.
So I got my football team.
Jack chimed in, and he says, fuck an 8-hour WrestleMania. Ronda wins the WWE Championship. Jason says he'll be there and he just plans on enjoying himself. That's cool. I don't know if I'd want to go see WrestleMania live. That seems like it seems like the weekend would be fun, but actually going to the event, your sight lines are probably shitty. You're not.
Right, it's like going to a football game.
Right. I don't know if I would like that very much. Personally, I guess it's one of those things that like you want to do once and then never again. Yeah. So,
well, some people would travel. I couldn't imagine traveling from like.
I had a friend
Australia.
That did that. I had a friend that went to every WrestleMania for a number of years.
Wow, so it'd be nice to have disposable income.
That's all he spent his money on was wrestling, basically. He was a child with no responsibility, so it was good. Johnny says, hot take: Brock retains and Carmella will break Asuka's streak. Man, part of me kind of wants it a little bit.
Could you imagine they will have to carry that woman out in a opaque sheet. Like they would have to scurry her out of that arena, man.
Imagine the heat that she would have like for the rest of her career if she gets to win the title in that position against Asuka specifically. That would be fucking fantastic. My best friend Cam says that he and I will become the hottest free agents in the business when we lose to Daniel Bryan and Shane O'Mac, but only because we're taking some time off to reform the Outsiders, with Daniel Bryan eventually becoming our Hollywood Hogan. That would be a fucking hell of an angle. See the IWO Indie World Order coming to fruition. Jake says Shane O'Mac and Daniel Bryan lose, setting up his firing as general manager and him leading a new yes/DX style movement against Shane. Also, I think Asuka is getting shut down. No more Lady Goldberg. Mike predicted every match on the card instead of making one prediction. Let me see if I can find an outlandish one that we will throw out there. Let's see. Rusev winning the U.S. Championship, I think, is a long shot, but I would support it. So we'll go with that one.
The Bludgeon Brothers defeating the Usos?
I think that's going to probably happen.
I don't want that to happen.
What is a Bludgeon Brother?
That is a Luke Harper and Eric Rowan repackaging.
Oh,
now they come out to the ring in like S&M gear and with giant hammers.
Yeah, they come out to the ring looking like Fallout villains.
What? Oh Jesus! This is the 80s.
They beat the
that shit.
So.
Okay.
Gaston says Ronda Rousey will flub at least one move. I think that is being extremely generous to say one.
Yeah,
more like Ronda Rousey is going to hurt someone.
Yeah, not like wrestling hurt, like for real hurt.
Trey says that Vince will finally get his 5-year payoff of having Roman go over Brock, and he will be the only one over the age of 11 and a male who is clapping.
I'd rather he go over Brock. I'm tired of Brock Lesnar. But then again, I don't watch wrestling that much anymore, so I would rather look. I want Roman Reigns to beat Brock Lesnar because, like, I don't like champions that don't fucking wrestle.
I agree with you.
I just don't like that shit.
We've been burned too many times in the past with that. Said Hulk Hogan barely defended the world title for like a year, and then he fucked up wrestling Sting because he's a selfish asshole.
Yeah, I would be clapping if Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar. I'll be the only male, I guess.
I'll be clapping. Like I said, as is an established position on this show that we do not understand the Roman Reigns hate. So. And Malcolm wraps it up. He says the Cruiserweight Championship match could potentially steal the show, maybe the pre-show. Rooting for Mustafa. Also, Big E breaks from the New Day, and we finally get his singles push. I don't think Big E needs to break from the New Day to get his singles push.
Yeah, he can get a singles push and not have to leave those guys, right?
I've actually quite enjoyed Big E. Big E cuts a very good serious promo, and he can go back and forth between the two effortlessly, which is cool.
Yeah, there's something psychotic about a man who could gyrate his hips and wag his tongue and then immediately give you the meanest dressing down you've ever heard in your entire life.
So we will see what happens at the show of shows. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good one. But then again, usually, like when you go in with lower expectations, it tends to surprise you. So I'm going in with high expectations. So hopefully, it lives up. We will have to see. Of course, next week we will be doing our big WrestleMania review. So if you guys watch the show, you can hear us talk about it next week, and it should be a good time. But that is it for this episode. Make sure that you guys are in our fan group. You can join that at densepixels.com/fans. We are in there every day chatting with you guys. It's a good time. Leave us a 5-star review. If you do, we will read it on iTunes. If you do, we will read it on the air. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on whichever podcasting app you use. And you can follow us all on Twitch TV. We have a channel for the show, just Dense Pixels. I am Dense Pixels Brad. Terrence is Apparition410. Micah is Dense Black Nerd. And Carrie is It's Carrie. So that is it. We will see you guys next week. See you then.
See you.
Take it easy.
Watching the Dense Pixels YouTube channel, click the subscribe button while you're here and make sure you check out our weekly podcast where we discuss the latest gaming news and our impressions on what games we've been playing.